Deep underground, away from the prying eyes of the world, a group of scientists worked tirelessly. They were the best minds in physics, history, and engineering. Their mission was top secret, to build a time machine. For years they had labored, driven by a thirst for knowledge and a desire to unlock the secrets of the past. Finally, the day arrived. The time machine was ready. Its metal frame hummed with energy, a testament to their genius. Their first target, the Big Bang, the event that supposedly birthed our universe. It was a moment etched in scientific theory, but never directly observed. The scientists hoped to witness the birth of the cosmos, to see the universe unfold from a single point of energy. The team prepped the machine, their faces a mix of anxiety and excitement. This was a journey into the unknown, a leap into the vast ocean of time. With a deafening roar, the machine activated, and the journey began. The time machine shuddered, throwing the scientists around like rag dolls within its confined space. When the vibrations ceased and they opened the door, they weren't met with the blinding light of the Big Bang. Instead, they found themselves in a dark, endless void. There were no stars, no galaxies, no hint of the universe they knew. Only an oppressive emptiness stretched out before them, defying their expectations. Their instruments, designed to measure the extreme conditions of the Big Bang, only registered an eerie silence. The scientists were stunned. The Big Bang, the cornerstone of modern cosmology, was simply not there. The universe, it seemed, had a different story to tell, one that contradicted their most fundamental understanding of the cosmos. The team collected data, their minds buzzing with questions. They had journeyed to witness the beginning of time, but instead, they had found a mystery even more profound. Humility tinged with a renewed sense of purpose, the scientists set their sights on another pivotal historical event, the burning bush. The biblical story described a bush engulfed in flames, yet unconsumed, from which God spoke to Moses. Could such an event, defying the laws of nature, truly have happened? They arrived in the arid desert of ancient Sinai, the heat bearing down on them. As they approached the location described in the scriptures, they saw it. A solitary bush, ablaze with an unearthly fire. The flames danced and swirled, but the bush remained untouched. As they watched, awestruck, a voice boomed from the fire, deep and resonant, speaking in a language they didn't understand, but felt deep within their souls. Fear and awe warred within them. Their scientific minds struggled to reconcile what they were seeing with everything they knew about the universe. They recorded the voice, took samples of the fire and the bush, gathering as much data as they could. This was not a trick of the light, not a hallucination. This was something real, something beyond their comprehension. The voice from the burning bush declared there is no God, nor was Christ his son or body. He was merely the mind and soul of the universe trying to interact with its parts in various aspects. Section 4. The Miracles of Jesus. Their journey next took them to ancient Judea, to the time of Jesus. They observed him from the edges of the crowds, witnessing firsthand the miracles described in the Gospels. They saw the sick healed, the blind given sight, the lame made to walk. They were inexplicable events that defied their understanding of biology and physics. Jesus moved among the people, a beacon of hope and healing, his touch seeming to mend broken bodies and souls. They documented it all, cameras whirring, trying to capture the impossible. However, when it came to the resurrection, the defining miracle of Christianity, they found nothing. Jesus remained dead, his body interred in the tomb. The stone was rolled away, the tomb was empty, but there was no miraculous reappearance, no ascension into heaven. This absence of a resurrection was the most unsettling observation of all. It challenged the very foundation of faith and the core belief of billions. Section 5. Rewriting history, redefining reality. Returning to their own time, the scientists were changed. They had looked into the face of the impossible, witnessed events that defied explanation. The universe, they now understood, was far more complex and mysterious than they could have imagined.
Our discoveries have challenged the very foundations of our knowledge. We must reevaluate everything we thought we knew about history, science, and the nature of reality itself.
The absence of the Big Bang has thrown our cosmological models into disarray. It's mind-boggling.
The talking burning bush and the miracles of Jesus challenge our understanding of the laws of nature. It's beyond anything we could have anticipated.
And the lack of a resurrection raises profound questions about faith, belief, and the nature of divinity itself. It's deeply unsettling.
They had set out to verify history, but they ended up questioning everything. Their journey had only just begun. The secrets they had uncovered were just the tip of an iceberg, hinting at a reality far stranger and more wonderful than they could have ever dreamed. Pause 2-2s. Section 6. The revelation of the burning bush. As the scientists grappled with the earth-shattering implications of their discoveries, an inexplicable event unfolded before their very eyes. Pause 2s. A familiar yet otherworldly presence made itself known once more. The burning bush, a symbol of divine intervention from their past encounters, appeared again. But this time, it was different. The flames flickered with an intensity that seemed to pierce through the very fabric of reality. Pause 2s. And then, in perfect English, a deep, resonant voice emerged from the flames. There is no God, nor was Christ my son or body. There is no God. My name is not in your tongue. I am the mind and soul of the universe trying to interact with itself and the life within. Pause 3s. The scientists stood in stunned silence, their minds racing to comprehend the magnitude of what they had just heard. The voice from the burning bush had shattered their last vestiges of certainty, leaving them adrift in a sea of existential questions. Pause 2s. What did it mean to be the mind and soul of the universe? How could they reconcile this revelation with everything they had ever known or believed? The answers seemed both tantalizingly close and maddeningly elusive, just beyond the reach of their understanding. Pause 2s. The burning bush flickered and faded, leaving the scientists alone once more, but forever changed. They had sought to uncover the secrets of history, but instead, they had been confronted with the ultimate enigma, the nature of existence itself. Pause 2s. Their journey was far from over. In fact, it was only just beginning. The mysteries of the universe beckoned, and they were determined to seek out the truth, no matter where it might lead. Pause 3s. As they set forth on this new path, one thing was certain: the world and their understanding of it would never be the same again. Pause 2s. Scene 7. The intersection of science and faith. Pause 2s. In a quiet, dimly lit room, the scientists gathered with a Catholic priest, a man of deep faith and wisdom. Pause 2s. They had decided to share their findings, seeking not just answers but understanding. Pause 2s. The priest listened intently as the scientists recounted their journey, the miracles they had witnessed, and the startling revelation from the burning bush. His expression remained calm, his eyes reflecting a deep, contemplative thought. Pause 2s. Scientist 1. Father, we've uncovered truths that challenge everything we've known. The voice from the burning bush claimed there is no heaven or hell, no underworld, ghosts, angels, demons, or devil. It said that after we die, We are born into our next life with no second chances in our current one. The universe, it said, will never end. It is more permanent than anything on Earth, or anything humanity has made thus far. Pause. Twos. The priest took a deep breath, his voice steady and filled with compassion. Priest. My children, faith and science have always walked a delicate balance. What you have discovered is profound indeed. But remember, faith is not just about the facts we can see or touch. It's about the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. Pause. Twos. The voice you heard may be a part of the greater truth, a truth that encompasses both the material and the spiritual realms. Pause. Twos. The scientists exchanged glances, their minds still grappling with the enormity of their discovery. Scientist 2. But Father, if there is no heaven or hell, what does that mean for humanity's quest for meaning and purpose? Pause. Twos. The priest smiled gently, his eyes filled with a serene confidence. Priest, the quest for meaning is a journey we all share, regardless of our beliefs. This revelation challenges us to look deeper, to seek a greater understanding of the universe and our place within it. Pause. Twos. Perhaps it is not about disproving one truth in favor of another, but about expanding our perception to embrace a more profound, interconnected reality. Pause. Twos. The room fell silent as the weight of his words settled in. The scientists felt a sense of calm wash over them, a glimmer of hope amidst the uncertainty. Scientist 3. Thank you, Father. Your perspective brings a sense of peace to our troubled minds. We will continue our journey, seeking the truth with open hearts and minds. Pause. Twos. The priest nodded, his expression one of quiet encouragement. Priest. Remember, my children, the search for truth is a sacred endeavor. May your journey be guided by wisdom, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to understanding the mysteries of existence. As the scientists left the room, they felt a renewed sense of purpose. The intersection of science and faith had opened a new path, one that embraced both the known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen. Peace. Twos. Their journey was far from over, but they were no longer alone. They carried with them the wisdom of the ages, the strength of their convictions, and the hope of uncovering the ultimate truth. 3. The world awaited their next steps, and with the guidance of faith and reason, they were ready to face whatever lay ahead. Pause. Twos. The mysteries of the universe beckoned, and they were determined to seek out the truth, no matter where it might lead. Pause. Threes. As they set forth on this new path, one thing was certain: the world, and their understanding of it, would never be the same again. Scene 8. The end of time. Pause. Twos. The scientists, now more resolute than ever, embarked on a daring journey into the future, determined to uncover the ultimate truth. Pause. Twos. With the priest's words echoing in their minds, they activated their time machine and set their course for the end of the world. Pause. Twos. The machine hummed and whirred as it transported them through the fabric of time, the universe shifting and warping around them. Pause. Twos. When they arrived, they found themselves in a stark, desolate landscape. Pause. Twos. The once vibrant solar system was now a void, consumed by an eerie, otherworldly light. Pause. Twos. In the place of the sun, they saw it, The burning bush, an all-encompassing flame that devoured everything in its path. Pause twos. Its light was blinding, its heat unbearable, yet they could not look away. Pause twos. Scientist 1. This is the end of everything. The burning bush, it's consuming the entire solar system. Pause twos. Scientist 2. It's more than that. It's like a force of nature, an unstoppable power that devours all in its wake. Pause twos. As they watched in awe and terror, the bush's flames began to reach out towards their time machine, threatening to engulf it. Pause twos. Scientist 3. We need to get out of here now. The bush is coming for us. Pause twos. Frantically, they worked to recalibrate the machine, their fingers moving with desperate urgency. Pause twos. The flames drew closer, the heat intensifying, and the air around them crackling with energy. Pause. Twos. Scientist 1. Almost there. Just a few more seconds. Pause. Twos. Suddenly the machine roared to life, and with a blinding flash, they were hurled back through time, the burning bush's flames just inches from consuming them. Pause twos. They landed back in their own time, the familiar surroundings a stark contrast to the apocalyptic vision they had just witnessed. Pause twos. Scientist. We made it. But what we saw, it was the end of everything. Pause twos. Scientist 3. The burning bush. It wasn't just a symbol. It's a force, a power beyond our understanding. Pause twos. They sat in silence, the weight of their journey heavy upon them. Pause twos. The priest's words returned to them, a reminder of the delicate balance between faith and science. Pause twos. Scientist 1. We have seen the end, but our journey is not over. We must continue to seek the truth, to understand the mysteries that lie beyond our comprehension. Pause twos. As they contemplated their next steps, they knew that their quest for understanding had only just begun. Pause twos. The end of time was not the end of their journey, but a new beginning, a path that would lead them to deeper truths and greater revelations. Pause twos. With renewed determination, they set forth once more, ready to face whatever the future might hold. Pause threes. The mysteries of the universe awaited, and they were prepared to uncover them, one discovery at a time. Pause twos. In the next chapter, the scientists found themselves in a place that seemed to defy all logic and reason. The air was thick with an unsettling energy, and shadows danced ominously around them. Pause. Twos. As they looked around, they saw a figure emerging from the darkness. It was the devil himself, just as literature had described his appearance. His eyes glowed with a sinister light, and his presence exuded an unsettling mix of power and malevolence. Pause twos. But when he spoke, his voice was soft and loving, a stark contrast to his terrifying visage. Pause twos. Devil, you saw the burning bush many times. Then you saw it destroy all in the last days of this solar system. Don't you hate God now? Pause. Twos. The scientists stood frozen, their minds racing. The devil's words hung in the air, a dark temptation that threatened to unravel their very beliefs. Pause twos. Scientist 1. Hate God? No. What we saw was beyond our understanding, but it doesn't mean we should turn to hatred. Pause twos. Scientist 2. We seek the truth, not vengeance. We must understand the nature of the burning bush and its purpose, not fall into despair. Pause. Twos. The devil's expression remained unreadable, his eyes piercing into their souls as he awaited their response. The scientists felt the weight of their words, knowing that their resolve was being tested. Pause. Twos. Scientist 3. We cannot let fear and anger guide us. Our journey is about seeking knowledge and understanding, not succumbing to darkness. Pause. Twos. The devil's gaze lingered on them, a flicker of something unreadable in his eyes. Then, with a chilling smile, he disappeared back into the shadows, leaving the scientists to ponder the encounter. Pause. Twos. Scientist 1. We must remain strong. The path ahead will be fraught with challenges, but we cannot lose sight of our mission. Pause. Twos. With renewed determination, they pressed on, their encounter with the devil a stark reminder of the delicate balance between light and darkness, faith and doubt. Pause. Twos. The mysteries of the universe awaited, and they were prepared to uncover them, one discovery at a time. Pause. Threes. In the next chapter, the devil speaks once more, his voice dripping with a deceptive allure. Devil, don't you know I accept gay people, the trans, the atheist, the idolatry, the magic users, and the criminals? Unlike the bush you have seen, his word says it itself. He is against all that. Yet I accept all, even you scientists. In fact, Satanists have positive things to say to me, the devil. The scientists felt a shiver run down their spines as the devil's words echoed around them. They exchanged glances, their faces a mixture of confusion and determination. Scientist 1. Acceptance is not the same as manipulation. We seek understanding and truth, not false comfort. Pause. Twos. Scientist 2. Your words may sound inclusive, but they are laced with deceit. We must remain vigilant and true to our quest for knowledge. Pause. Twos. Scientist 3. We do not seek validation from you. Our journey is guided by a search for deeper truths, not by the acceptance of darkness. Pause. Twos. The devil's expression remained inscrutable as he waited patiently for their next response, his eyes flickering with a sinister light. Scientist 1. We must resist his temptations and stay true to our mission. The path of knowledge is fraught with challenges, but we cannot be swayed by false promises. Pause. Twos. With steely resolve, the scientists turned away from the devil, their minds focused on the mysteries that lay ahead. They knew that their journey would test their faith and beliefs, but they were determined to uncover the truths of the universe, one revelation at a time. Pause. Threes. As they continued their quest, the devil's proposition lingered in their minds, a stark reminder of the ever-present battle between light and darkness, acceptance and manipulation. Pause. Threes. The mysteries of the universe awaited, and they were prepared to face whatever challenges lay ahead, armed with their unwavering resolve and unyielding pursuit of truth. Pause. Threes. In the next chapter, the scientists' curiosity about the devil's nature sparks an unprecedented journey. They decide to uncover the truth about his fall from grace. With a sense of urgency and determination, they step into their time machine, setting the coordinates to an era before the devil's fall, directly to heaven itself. Pause. Twos. As they arrive, they are greeted by a serene and celestial landscape, filled with an ethereal glow. Among the angels, they spot the devil, then known as Lucifer, the kindest of all. He moves gracefully, his eyes filled with compassion. Lucifer is seen carefully avoiding even the smallest creatures, ensuring he does not harm them. Psalms. Lucifer's benevolence is evident as he helps other angels, always looking out for those in need. The scientists watch in awe, their understanding of the devil beginning to shift. This angel, once so pure and kind, seems worlds apart from the figure they encountered. However, the atmosphere changes when Lucifer learns of the forbidden fruit, a gift denied to humans by God. A seed of curiosity and rebellion begins to grow within him. The scientists witness the moment Lucifer's cunning plan takes shape, a plan that would lead to his fall from grace. Pause 2s. Lucifer's once gentle demeanor shifts as he becomes consumed by his desire to challenge God's authority. They see him whispering to the other angels, sowing seeds of doubt and rebellion. The scientists' hearts grow heavy as they realize the tragic transformation taking place. Pause 2s. With a heavy heart, they understand that even the purest beings can fall prey to ambition and pride. The scientists journey back to their time machine, their minds filled with the weight of newfound knowledge and the complexity of the devil's origin. Pause 2s. As they return to their own time, they carry with them a deeper understanding of the eternal battle between light and darkness. They are more determined than ever to continue their quest for truth, armed with the knowledge that even the most benevolent can be led astray. Pause 3s. After their harrowing journey through time, the scientists return to the present, their minds heavy with the weight of their discoveries. As they step out of the time machine, they are greeted by an unexpected visitor. The devil himself, standing before them, his presence both imposing and sorrowful. The devil gazes at them, his eyes filled with a mixture of regret and longing. He speaks in a voice that echoes with centuries of pain and misunderstanding. "You saw the true me," he begins, his voice trembling. "Not how the burning bush or Christ depict me. I only wanted you to have everything, not to lose what you already had and were given." The scientists listen intently, their hearts pounding as they try to process his words. The devil continues, his tone earnest and filled with remorse. "For if you truly were in his image, you wouldn't just look and act like him. You would also have his knowledge and power. That is why I did what I did. I am sorry that it led to this." Tears begin to form in the devil's eyes, but these are no ordinary tears. They burn with a fiery intensity, a reflection of his inner torment. He waits for their response, the air thick with anticipation. The scientists are silent, their minds racing with conflicting emotions. They had always been taught to see the devil as the embodiment of evil, but now, standing before them, he seems more like a tragic figure, a being who once sought to elevate humanity, only to fall into despair and darkness. After what feels like an eternity, one of the scientists steps forward, their voice trembling. "We understand now," they say softly, "that your intentions were not as we were led to believe, but the consequences of your actions have caused immeasurable suffering." The devil nods, his fiery tears continuing to fall. "I know," he whispers, "and it is a burden I will carry for all eternity." As the scene fades, the scientists are left with a profound realization. The battle between light and darkness is not as black and white as they once thought. The devil's confession has added a new layer of complexity to their quest for truth, and they are more determined than ever to uncover the hidden mysteries of existence. With a renewed sense of purpose, they prepare for the next chapter of their journey, knowing that the answers they seek may lie in the most unexpected places. As the scientists stood in stunned silence, the weight of the devil's confession still fresh in their minds, an unexpected figure burst into their lab. His face was pale, his eyes wide with a mixture of fear and revelation. "I saw what is beyond life," he gasped, his voice trembling with urgency. I died. It was complete darkness. The only other thing was a burning bush, the same one you saw many times. It told me there is no heaven, hell, or underworld. After death, you either return to your body or go to a new body in a new place and time. But when you get a new body, it always will be in a future time, never in the past or time near your own. There was no Christ, no angels, which will add to what you already know, I am sure. The room fell into a heavy silence, the air thick with the weight of his words. The scientists exchanged glances, their minds racing to process this new revelation. The burning bush, a symbol they had encountered repeatedly in their journey, had delivered a message that shattered their understanding of life and death. One of the scientists stepped forward, their voice barely above a whisper. If what you say is true, then everything we know about the afterlife is a lie. Our perceptions of heaven, hell, and divine beings have been mere illusions. The man nodded, his eyes reflecting the turmoil within him. Yes, and it means that our existence is a cycle of rebirth, each life a step forward in time. We are eternal, but not in the way we believed. The scientists felt a profound shift within them, as if the very foundation of their reality had been upended. The devil's confession and the man's revelation painted a picture of existence that was far more complex and enigmatic than they had ever imagined. Another scientist spoke, their voice filled with a mix of awe and apprehension. If there is no heaven or hell, then our actions in this life are not judged by divine beings, but by the consequences they create in the fabric of time itself. The man nodded again, his expression grave. Yes, and it is up to us to seek out the truth and understand the true nature of our existence. As the scene faded, the scientists were left with a newfound determination. The mysteries of life, death, and the universe were more intricate than they had ever realized, and their quest for knowledge had only just begun. With a renewed sense of purpose, they prepared to delve deeper into the unknown, ready to uncover the ultimate truth that lay beyond the veil of existence.